Hello, everybody. Welcome to the last day of the year. It is December, almost said January, December 31st, 2022. And I am Laurie Baracco. And thank you so much for joining me today, whether you're joining me live at 11 a.m. Eastern or you're watching the replay later on. It is showing me that a few people have received the notification that I've gone live. So it's so good to see everyone. Right now, I am at the Bonita Springs Mystical Moon, and I'm looking forward to spending some time with you all here. Hello and good morning, everyone. Good morning. Okay, so we've got this last day of the year, and it's a day that so many people that it escapes them, I should say. I was going to say allow the day to get away. No, that the day sometimes just escapes us, right? And it's like, oh yeah, that's right. It's the last day of the year, but I've got things to do, and we don't always take time to reflect upon the year and create an intentional ending and bringing closure and then moving forward. So today we're going to be talking about all of that. So good morning, everyone. I am going to begin by setting the space with some sage and some Palo Santo. So I'm going to light my sage and we'll set that intention and we'll share the next hour together. Good morning. Hello. Good morning, friends. So good to see everybody tuning in. I usually would go live on Sunday morning, but I'm going to take New Year's Day off as we are closed at both storefronts. And I wanted to offer this not workshop, but this little get together, this not teaching, kind of ceremony, suggested ceremony for you the day before. So here we are. We got a little bit of smoke going here. So we're going to take a moment. I invite all of you to take a moment to center yourselves. And if you'd like to close your eyes, feel free closing your eyes, centering yourself, calling in the light, your holy helpers, taking a few moments to be in this moment, pausing, being with yourself, being with this present moment, being with all of us here, asking Spirit to help you clear your mind, centering yourself and realigning yourself with your higher self, your guides, your spirit teams, realigning with your divine multi-dimensional self. I welcome you in here today as we set the space, sacred space, as we set the space to connect together as a community, whether you're watching in this moment or at another time you are still connected with the collective grouping consciousness that has been formed here in the here and the now, that exists beyond all time frames and limits and limitations. Calling in the sacred community of love and light and support and oneness, asking for the wisdom and the strength and the courage and the confidence to move forward in our lives, to do the things that we need to do, to have the courage to follow our dreams, to have the wisdom and the confidence to have those conversations that may be uncomfortable with others and ourselves. And so we bring in the light, and I ask Spirit to move through me and to create a sacred container for all of us who are tuned in here today and moving forward. And so it is. And so it is. Hello, everyone. Hello. It's good to see everybody tuning in. So I'm going to share the link for some of the material in this streaming in the comments. So if I remember correctly, I may not be, oh, there it is. Oops, I did it twice. Oh wait, it did go in there. I have to pop into the astral group to share that link with everyone. My smudge is going to keep going. All right, I'm gonna move it over there a little bit. Let me find there I am. Hello. All right, here comes my comment. Okay, so I linked this blog up to the Mystical Moon online store. So you'll be able to read or review the material for a releasing ceremony. And I'm going to invite you, if you'd like to, grab some paper and pen. If you'd like to take some notes, you can always refer to this recording afterwards. So hello, good morning, good morning. So good to see everybody here on this Saturday morning, this last Saturday, this last day of 2022. Okay, so I'm going to refer back and forth to my notes. And away we go. Okay, so here we go. So we made it, didn't we? We are standing, we are here. And so we made it to the end of this year. And oh my gosh, what a year it's been for so many people, right? There have been so many celebrations and there's been so much devastation and just a lot that has been taking place, right? After the pandemic, right? We're still kind of sort of in sensitivities with all that, but we were like, holy moly, look at what we went through. And then here we have natural disasters. We have a lot of things that have been taking place, and not all of them have been bad or negative, but it really is important. And I do suggest that people do try to carve out some time, whether you do it today, tomorrow, or over the next week when you have time. So my advice is to not rush the process. That if you are unable to have a releasing ceremony for the new year, like within the next 2 days, it's okay. Your intention is still there to wrap things up. What's most important is that you're present, that you're in the moment, and that you're able to do this consciously, right? So that's what's most important. Okay. So, yeah, please don't take away that you need to, with the fact that you need to do it before the clock, strikes 12. So, as 2022 is about to be wrapped up, I do suggest spending some time in ceremony to bring in to bring in the new year, but first to have completion and some closure and some review with the previous year. So an end of the year ceremony helps us to review the year and sets us up for success and realignment for the new year. And life is cycles, right? We experience all these different cycles within our lives. And so the new year, the new year is often a time where people are like, okay, I'm just going to start that fresh as that milestone, start a new project, a new belief system, a new lifestyle in that new year. And so we set off on a new journey. You could say we are all the fool moving forward. And then there's the stuff that takes place in the middle, right? So life is cycles. So there's the beginning, the middle, and then the end. And there are different shamanic practices and spiritual practices or within different cultures that they have milestone ceremonies and rituals and prayers within those cycles. Like there's the medicine wheel, and then there's the Kabbalah, which talks about the tree of life and the ascension process. So we have the beginning, middle, and end. And so when we begin on a new journey, there's the stuff like that we want to maybe reflect upon, right? Because it really is about the experience. It's not just getting to that finish line and the accomplishment. Our souls want to have experiences, and that's where a lot of the gold is in between, the alchemical process, the evolutionary process of our beingness. And so it does help us also to break down our goals or reflect in different segments, just like in time. So we have New Year's, we have a beginning of a month, a week, a day, and we can all agree that breaking these goals or breaking or sectioning out our experiences can help us with refreshing ourselves, right? With restarting, regenerating, resting, pausing, reflecting, so that we can recharge our minds, our bodies, and our spirits. And this is why I encourage people to spend time, have a year-end ceremony. It's to honor the completion of making it through another year, another month, another day, right? And so we're also going to reflect upon the wisdom gained from the experiences and resetting our minds, bodies, and spirits as we move into the next phase and or cycle. Yeah. So I'm going to check back in to make sure that I'm still live here. So I have to kind of toggle between my notes. Hello, everyone. Good morning. So, it does help us to just take that sacred pose. And with our society, it's go, 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 go. Don't stop. Just keep going until you drop, right? And then we manifest a sickness or something else comes in to help us to reevaluate and reprioritize our lives, right? Yeah. Society's like, go, 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 keep going, don't stop till you drop. So one of the things I really do suggest that people do before, as well as we're reflecting and before we move into any new beginning or new year or new cycle, is to cut those cords of energy. We have these energy cords, and I know you all have heard me speak about them before. So cords of energy between people, places, and things, these experiences, they are cords of energy, and they're emotional cords. And so these cords can trigger us, they can keep us stagnant. But as we cut those cords with intention, we are having a completion. We're asking for completion and to separate our energy so we can regenerate, realign, and recalibrate with new consciousness, updated consciousness, and not be held in place by those cords from the past, right? So we can even have celebration of a completion with a relationship, a job, a belief system. And that's the cord cutting is that ceremony, that ritual to leave it in the past so we don't keep going backwards and be triggered into those same experiences. So we know also it's time to cut the cords when we're feeling tired or drained. Maybe things are stagnant. Maybe we have trouble sleeping. You also want to cut those cords when you're starting a new journey. Also, when there's a toxic environment, maybe when you're not feeling well from an illness. And also, you might even have trouble sleeping because of the looping of the energy being that's pulling you back to the past. So there are different ways to cut those toxic cords, those energy cords you can use. These are just a few of them. An athami, which is a blade, so you can cut those cords with a blade. You can cut the cords, right, with a spray, like my cord cutting spray. You can also take a salt bath. You could call in Archangel Michael to assist you with cutting cords as well. You can have an energy session, like a Reiki session or some craniosacral work or any type of massage, like that can help you also cut those cords of energy. Also, spending time out in nature with grounding yourself, grounding. So, what is grounding? It's helping you to bring your awareness and to be present in the moment and bring you back into your body. Also, you can have what we're doing today, a releasing ceremony, which is a request to have completion and move with the past and to move forward with moving forward. So cutting the cords is really helpful with helping you with closing chapters so you can move forward into the future with a fresh, clean slate and to regenerate and realign with your newfound wisdom and energy and your vibration. So, I also wanted to I'm going to check in with everybody, see how everybody's doing. So, does that make sense? Does that make sense? Who here has cut the cords, done cord cuttings for themselves, or gone to someone to have them help you with cutting those cords? I know people also will have do some candle magic, and they may have two little like chime candles or two pillar candles and a cord that goes between them, and then they light the candles, and as the candle burns, it separates those cords. So yes, I see some people have said yes. It really does help us to have that closure, that energetic closure, and it is that intention that we set into motion for ourselves. And so I'm just reading some of the comments, and Angela says, I think I now know what my Two of Sword dreams are meaning. Exactly, right? So there you go, right? So there you are. I love that helped help bring it together for you. Yes. So I invite you to do these things later for yourself, right? I did want to share with you because I also have this here. So if you have, and this, you don't have to just use selenite, make sure that stays there. You can use kyanite or like a black obsidian, but this is a selenite wand, and it comes in many different shapes and forms. There's also a knife or like an athami. What you would do is you would start at the top of your, right above you, above like where your crown's at, and you would go down the body and then start up and go all the way around your body. And if you cannot have your arm go completely around the back of you, just stand in front of a mirror or with intention, go all the way down and send that blade all the way down all the way down the body. So selenite brings in pure light. And as it does that, it helps to dissolve the heavier frequency of stress, toxicity, codependency in our field. So having selenite is probably one of the most recommended crystals I do encourage people to work with. And don't forget, it's really soft. So pieces might, break off a little, or you don't want to put it in water to cleanse it because it will dissolve. So that's a wonderful way of separating yourself from the triggers and the energy of a past or something that's going to anchor you and pull you down. You get sucked into that vortex, right? Yeah. So I did want to talk about the new year. So 2023 is a number 7. And so in the tarot, it's the number of the chariot. And the chariot driver, right? They're confident and they are on a mission for victory. So 2022 has the potential and the vibration of us really being, wow, it's like really being in our solar plexus with that will and that courage and that drive for aligning ourselves and getting out there and being proactive with our goals, right? So we may have more energy. We may have the confidence to have those uncomfortable conversations, right? So the chariot says, no, I'm in the driver's seat and I am going to navigate this bus to where it is I want to go. So there's confidence. They're very analytical. There are a couple of the words I wanted to use here. So the words for the chariot are direction, control, willpower, determination, success. They're also analytical, curious, intuitive, and they take action, right? So this year, you probably will want to follow through with some projects. You probably will not be as comfortable staying still, right? You might feel like, oh yeah, the stagnancy is making me nuts, right? But so this is driven. You may feel driven, and some of the challenges of that may be that you are trying to control situations and you have a hard time being patient with what's out of your hands, right? And trusting the divine timing and orchestration of the universe. So that might be a little bit of a challenge, but it is a very powerful number 7, and the chariot. And it's also associated with the water, the element of water, excuse me. It's a water element. So that's you might find a lot of emotions. That's why I was talking about the solar plexus. And so with that being said, cord cutting is something that is really going to help to support you on your path, because that willpower is all in that solar plexus. And so we could blow it out, right? By being overconfident and goal driven, where we might notice that we have some digestion issues, and those who are empaths may feel a little bit more so their environment. So cord cutting's one of the best things you can do for yourself. And so I'm going to encourage people to maybe cut those cords once a week, right? Maybe once a week, to help you with realigning yourself and disconnecting from the outside world, the inside world, and honoring your solar plexus. So I'm just going to read some of the comments here. So hello, Barb. Hello, you're welcome. Thank you. I see someone says, I love this. And Christina, I will totally will. I'm ready. I'm already lining up exciting things for the new year. I love this energy of 2023. I'm in my zone. That's wonderful. I love to hear that, right? So here's also something to think about. And I share this all the time. And that is that what is to be will be. And you are not alone, and spirit will help with aligning you with your soul's path and your soul's agenda. So I do think it will be a year of finally manifesting some goals that we have for ourselves, although they probably won't look as how we thought they would look in the past. All right, so getting back to my notes. So with reflection, right? So if you could grab that pen and paper, and I wanted to guide you through a mini visualization for 2022, and you can always go back and listen to this again if you needed to. So let's all get comfy. You might want to have your pen and paper or your journal nearby to write something down to think about later, right? So sometimes what I do with journaling is I may write some things down and then take some time later on to reflect upon it, right? Go back and revisit it. Okay, so make sure everybody's got their pens or journal and paper nearby. All right, so get comfy, and if you'd like, close your eyes. I invite you to close your eyes. So we're going to reflect upon 2022. All right, so let's take a moment to get comfortable and close our eyes, and let's take a couple of deep, relaxing breaths. And so if you'd like to, feel free to put your hand on your heart chakra, and feel into yourself and your center. And as we continue to breathe in a relaxed fashion, I want you to bring your attention to the area above your head, the crown chakra. And this is the area where you will connect with source, your guides, your higher self, and all celestial beings. As you connect with your crown chakra, your awareness expands, and it expands beyond the room you're sitting in. It starts to expand beyond this planet. Find yourself maybe expanded out into the cosmos and the cosmic energies. And now, in this place of oneness and expansion, let's take a moment to connect with our higher selves, the non-physical part of us that exists beyond our human personality self, connecting with that multidimensional self. And our intention is to take a moment to review 2022. Allow your higher self to take you on a journey of the previous 12 months. You will visit your challenges, your victories, your relationships, and all of the significant events that took place this year. So we're going to take a moment on this journey. And some of these memories may be painful. Some may bring you warm, fuzzy feeling, some joy, some peace, some laughter. And it's important to remember that each and every moment is purposeful for the evolution of our souls. And so I invite you to go on this journey for about a couple of minutes here. I know this is the abridged version, but some of the highlights will pop up for you. So let's visit and reflect upon the past 12 months for right now. Okay. And so, with all of these events that have popped up with us, we are grateful for all of these experiences, the good, the bad, the challenging. And you may be wondering if you have forgotten anything significant that took place on during this year, and that's okay. We will address it later. And so now what we're going to do is we're going to move on to the next step. That is to cut the toxic and unhealthy cords of energy that we do not need to bring into the new year with. And so Archangel Michael steps forward. He is the warrior archangel, and he stands before you now. He takes out his mighty sword and begins to cut away the cords of energy that do not serve you any longer. He works all the way around you, above you, below, behind, and in front of you, cutting the cords that are holding you in a place where you no longer choose to be. So Michael is continuing to cut those cords for you now. And now he steps back. And Archangel Raphael comes into the picture with his healing energies. And he comes in and he soothes and smooths over the areas where Archangel Michael has cut those cords. Archangel Raphael is sealing your auric field with the high frequency vibrations of light, of the golden sun, of the I am presence, of the angelic realm. As they continue to work on you, you begin to feel closure, to feel whole again, lighter, and your heart chakra expands and opens wider, ready to continue along with your journey. And now the work is just about complete. And you will feel a huge shift in yourself, whether it's immediately or later on, as you've shifted out the frequency and vibration of the last year. Take a couple of deep breaths. How do you feel now? And Archangel Michael and Archangel Raphael want to know if you're ready to move forward into the new year. They want you to know that they will be with you every step of the way, both Archangel Michael and Archangel Raphael, and as well as the army of etheric beings that are here to support you on this earth walk. And so we thank them. We thank them for their service. We thank them for always being there to support us in any given moment. They also remind us that we do need to invite them in for protection, healing, and guidance and support. And so as we acknowledge them, thank them, we're going to take a moment to come back to this room, slowly opening our eyes and becoming more aware of our surroundings. And so I invite you to take a moment to write down anything that emerged from this meditation. So do so. And if you'd like to share, we can share afterwards. So take a moment to write down your experiences coming back to the room. Okay. Okay, welcome back. So you can use this visual, this meditation, the intention to call in Archangel Michael and Archangel Raphael at any time to help cut those swords and to bring in the light to help cauterize and seal the areas where those cords were cut. You do not need all the products. As I've mentioned before, it's all about intention, but sometimes the products do help us. The things, the physical, tangible things can help us with focusing and resetting our energy. And with aromatherapy, it brings you back to a place of memory, and it helps add to that experience and changes the chemistry in your senses in your brain. How's everybody doing? I know there's a little bit of a delay, so I'm going to give everybody a moment if they wanted to write something down in the chat or to share, and if not, that's okay too. And yes, Mercury is retrograde right now. So that's something that is taking place. Mercury went retrograde on the 29th, and it will be retrograde until January 18th. It usually is retrograde for about 3 weeks in a cycle. So this is a time, this wonderful time for having closure and realigning and releasing for the new year as well. And Caroline says she missed the meditation. Sorry for arriving late. It's okay. You could go back and listen to it again. No worries. No worries. All right. So I hope that you feel a little lighter, a little replenished. And so they were saying that the archangels were saying that this is not an instant thing all the time. We want instant results, and sometimes it takes a little while for us to notice through our experiences that we have a different mindset, we have different boundaries, we have a different perspective. So just know that you may not feel it immediately. It may be something that you notice over time. I'm going to check on some of the comments here. And so Loren says, ready to go following cutting, ready to go following cutting of unneeded cords and healing. Yeah. And you can do that as many times as you need, as often. Sometimes there's cycles in our life where we're really challenged and it's like, okay, I'm doing this almost every day. That's okay until you feel that you're grounded, and it's to help you. It's to help you, that reminder that I need to separate my energy. I am doing big things and I'm changing some of my patterns at this time, consciously redirecting some of the patterns that I have in my life, and I may need to cut those cords daily. I see another comment. Does it felt like I can breathe more easily, felt love and excited for this new year? Absolutely, right? So that's the wonderful thing, is that there's a new year, but we also have a new day, a new week, and a new month that we can use as a milestone for the restart, the starting over and realigning and regrouping. Oh, you're so welcome, everybody. So now I'm going to move on to some more of the notes, and I did put here's the link for the blog for part of the releasing ceremony that I'm going to talk a little bit more about now. So now I'm going to talk about goals. So the thing about people who seem to achieve their goals more frequently, the goal-oriented people, right? So it's been proven, there's a scientific study that only 8% of people write down their goals, and an even smaller percentage follow through or revisit them. Did you know that? So it's not always about achieving the goals, but there are certain things in our life that we start, we stop, we restart, and this is what's going to help you with aligning and getting out of your own way. This is to help you with your mind, your negative ego, and self-sabotage. So goal-oriented people, and I want to talk about why they are often successful. They begin with the end in mind. What is it I want to achieve or set for myself, and what would I like to accomplish? And by the way, goals are not just physical things. Goals are a feeling, a mindset, right? So one of my goals is to be happier. My intention, I I was thinking about this morning. I think my word for 2023 is happiness. Happy. I'm going to be happy. If I'm happy, then I'm all good. And it doesn't mean I'm not happy right now, but that is the state of being, the emotional state of being, where I am wanting to anchor in more frequently for myself, right? We have things we have to do, and it doesn't mean I'm going to be happy cleaning the toilet. I don't know. I can't imagine that. I may be happy afterwards because it's nice and clean, but that is a state of being. So goals are also states of being. There are emotions, there are thoughts, right? A goal could be to not be a stress, to not allow myself to be triggered. So these are goals too. So think about that in a different way, because I think that a lot of people think of goals and it's like money, finances, a job, a new house. It's not always that. It's also a state of being. It's also a goal as a consciousness too. Okay, so I'm going to move forward here with my notes. Also, goal-oriented people, they have built a support system around them. So who are your supportive people, right? Who are the people that can help you? Who are the people that you can go to when you're having a bad day, or who are the ones that are going to help call you out on your stuff when you're in your way, right? So a support system. They also set specific and challenging goals, right? So they're not just taking the easy route as well, right? They're more specific. My intention is to be in a place of happiness most of the time, right? To not be in a place of regret and sadness and dread. If I'm happy, then my mind isn't looping as much, right? I am also content. Also, these people recognize when they are procrastinating, right? Where is my self-sabotage? Is it that I'm not supposed to achieve this goal right now and work towards it? Or am I back in my negative ego? Also, these people listen to music to focus. That's what they do. What kind of music feeds your soul and helps realign you? Also, this is a big one that, oh my gosh, they don't multitask, right? I think most people multitask. So this is another thing that they do, right? So goal-oriented people try to stay present and work on one thing at a time if possible. All right, so let's talk about these goals. And so with the goals, I am also going to talk about, I am going to go into the releasing ceremony in just a little bit, but these are some things I wanted you to think about. So for goals for 2023, we all know, and we've all heard this, that what we focus on, we give energy to manifest and to come to life. It's like we're birthing these things. Some of the suggestions or thoughts around this is for you to anchor in your field of awareness, to plant a seed. So the New Year's resolution, so your new goals for yourself, how do you plan on following through? Where's your accountability for yourself? How do you plan on following through, right? What's most important to you? Writing down your goals. When we want to manifest, we're not often in alignment, by the way, with our goal, and there's prep work to do, right? So when you're writing these things down, thinking about what do I need to do to get there? Are there checks and balances, right? So in order for me to do this, I need to make sure that if I invest in that, I need to make sure that this is all taken care of over here. Also to remember to be kind to ourselves and not compare ourselves or judge ourselves with other people and where they're at, right? So be kind and be patient with yourself. Have some faith and trust in your process, right? There is the cosmic divine alignment and orchestration. Also, when you have goals, don't put anybody's name on your goal list. There is the law of free will. We do not want to control somebody's outcome. Now, if you're working on a partnership or goal together, you do this together with this person with you present in that space. Remember also, timing may be off and spirit may say, nope, not for your highest and best good. Maybe it also may take longer to manifest, by the way, right? So remember that. Some goals take a little bit longer, even though we want it instantly. Timing, I just said, so mastermind groups, accountability. I just joined another mastermind group for a business mastermind, and these people will challenge me. I know that, and I am looking forward to that. So mastermind group, there are paid ones and there are free ones. There are ones that are free of charge, but a mastermind group is an investment that where you put yourself in a group of peers who have the same level of accomplishment or a little bit higher up, and so they will help add to your experience. They're all different types of masterminds. There is the accountability within that to help you grow and to support you. You could create a vision board. So this is where you may have pictures and words with helping you with your goals to help you remember what you set out to do. Also, raising your vibration. I mentioned that we did this before, cord cutting, also healing sessions. Also, something to keep in mind, are you vibrating at a similar frequency as the same frequency as your intention? Like, are you in alignment with that, right? Where are you at with that? Are you supporting yourself with books or workshops and mentors, right? How do you intend to get there to feed your knowledge or skill set? And also, are you being realistic, You're being realistic with your goals, right? So for me to say that I want to be 5'10" is probably not going to happen. Maybe if I buy some certain shoes, I might be able to do that, or stilts, right? Okay, I'm just going to take a look at some of the notes here with the multitasking. I'm just going to actually, I'm going to go back and finish this one part. And also remember that your voice has power. Remember, your voice has power. Use your voice when you write down your intention, give it voice and vibration. So I did see a comment here. Let me scroll back over here. So the question was, hello there, Miss Orchid's Garden. How do you address this to seniors who are used to multitasking and now have no task? It's a mind loop too, right? Isn't that something? So I believe they say it's been scientifically proven with study that takes 21 days, right, to retrain your thoughts, your mind, your behavior. So maybe that's something to address and have a certain new routine to redirect the energy. It's for all of us, right? They say about to bring in a new belief system, a new pattern, a new way of being, a thought processes takes 21 days. So having a plan may help with that, and setting that intention. My intention is to learn how to shift gears. It's like people who retire, right? My husband retired very at a young age, and I think he retired at 52. I want to say 52 or 53. And so here he had this career for 30 years, and now he doesn't have the career. Yes, he helps me out here, but it's a completely different dynamic than being in charge of 500 people and and huge facilities and all of that. So it takes a while to shift gears, and I think that again, being with an being an instant gratifying community. I'm trying to figure out how to say that we want instantly. We want it now. And so this is going to take a little while for them to redirect their thought processes, which is for all of us too, right? If we're wanting to manifest new goals, we're wanting to bring something new in. So it may take a little while for that new process to be in alignment for us. So a plan, 21 days, and to redirect the energies and to bring in a different slow shifting of gears and process system. Okay. So, with some of these things that I just mentioned about being realistic and vision board, so if you could just think about some of the goals that you would like to manifest for yourself, right? So, what usually we have an idea too of what it is we want to manifest. So, what I'm going to do now is going to lead you through another visualization that I channeled, and this is going to help us to set these anchors into our etheric bodies, our auric field. So now let's take a moment. And before I did turn off the camera and the sound because we were in that meditation space. I'm going to leave it on for now. So just take a moment, settle in. We're going to anchor these intentions into our field of awareness. So close your eyes and take a few breaths, centering yourself to relax, to bring you into the present moment. And as we breathe, we're going to bring our awareness to our crown chakra, the area above our heads. And I'd like for you to see a point of white light above your head. This beautiful light has gold flecks that are swirling within this vortex of white light. These golden flecks, as you look closely, are the shapes of the 5-pointed star. The white light cascades down your entire body from the crown in a soft fountain of white light with gold stars cascading down from the crown down into your body. And so now we are going to set the intention to create anchors within our etheric astral bodies as a setting point for our intentions to link with like frequency within our astral body, our etheric body. We ask that Spirit assist us with creating anchors within this field of awareness to act as hosts that will anchor our intentions with vibrational matches to link our intentions. And the anchors are set in place. Let's sit for a moment as a showering of white light and gold stars, anchors into the field. And it is done. Anchors are set in place. So now let's begin to come back to this place in our bodies and slowly open your eyes. All right, how are we all doing? I'm just going to check in with some of the notes. And Caroline says, on the note of groups, are you going to be offering a weekly meditation class to assist and keep us accountable to our meditation releases for the new year? I might do something. I have a few plans for the new year. Own goals too, right? For connecting with everyone. Hello there, more friends. Grounded, Julianne says, grounded. Landed, awesome. And Nicole, hello, Nicole. Yes, please do revisit the recording afterwards. So they are in place now. What I did see too, and I thought some people were thinking this too, so I heard you. There are some anchors set in place that you don't even know what they are. Well, the light just flickered. That you don't even know what they are yet. Those are the cosmic surprises that your higher self knows. So just, it's all set, all purposeful, right? The mystery anchors is what they're calling them. All right, so now I'm going to move on to the releasing ceremony in 6 simple steps. So some of the supplies that you will need, and remember, you can do this like within the next week. Just make sure you have a place where you can do this and be present and not be bothered. So some of the supplies I suggest are a pen and pencil, pen or pencil, a few pieces of paper, a quiet place where you will have some privacy, and maybe some sage to clear you and your space beforehand. That's all you need, right? And your intention. So in a private place, what you'll do is find a comfy seat and write down all of the year's major events. So this is something that you want to take some time with. You'll be creating 2 lists. The first is the list of challenges of the year. The second will be the list of your blessings and accomplishments. You may want to consider reviewing all the things you wrote down, and remember that all that has taken place, again, I said this again, I'm saying it again for all of you, for the people in the back. Remember, all that has taken place over the past year has been purposeful for your personal growth and evolution. And after reviewing 2022, you're ready to release it with love and gratitude and appreciation for the acquired wisdom that you have gained through your experiences. And then what you'll do is repeat this statement or something similar to it. I am grateful for all of my experiences. I use the knowledge I have gained to empower myself, heal myself, and grow as an individual, and trust all that takes place is for my highest and best good. I am now ready to release what no longer serves me and welcome all the blessings that 2023 has in store for me. And so the next step is to take both lists and send them back to spirit however you wish. You can burn them, shred, or bury them in whatever sacred manner you prefer. And now it's time to write down your goals for 2023. And be sure not to include anybody else's name on your list. And this ceremony is about you creating your best year ever, right? And each year it could be better than the last one. Dream big, don't settle, and don't rush yourself with this step. And then get ready to have the most amazing, prosperous, happy, healthy, and joy-filled year ever. This releasing ceremony can also be done with a group of people. However, remember that when you participate in any ceremony, other people's energy and consciousness influence your intentions. I personally prefer to do this activity alone. It gives me a chance to be alone with my thoughts, and it's easier for me to focus on the things I am releasing and intent on bringing in, anchoring into my life. All right, it's that simple. It doesn't need to complicated. Just going to check out some of our comments here. And Lauren says, good visuals to use over and over. Good. I'm glad that you found them helpful and useful. Thank you. You're welcome. All right. So how we doing, everyone? I'll give you all a moment. And then I'm going to pull 3 cards. I'm going to wrap it up with 3 cards of a theme for 2023. And I am using this fun deck. It's the Millennial Tarot. This is for January. This is January stack for my daily card of the day and my weekly predictions. It's the Millennial Tarot. This is a demo, so it's a demo sticker. And this was created by, are you ready? Millennials in Brooklyn. So they're fun cards. So we're going to pull 3 cards. The back is an avocado. All right, here we go. Okay, so I'm going to pull 3 cards and you're going to see which one resonates. And this is going to be one of the themes for you for 2023. Let's see this one. Okay, here's 1, 2, and 3. All right, are you ready? If you chose card number 1, it's the 7 of Wands, which is the 7 of vibes. And it's sorry, not sorry, stepping out of the comfort zone. So it's the 7 of vibes, which are wands, sorry, not sorry. So the theme for you for 2023 is going to be stepping outside of your comfort zone. And that's kind of like that 7, and it is a 7. Hello. The Chariot card too, but I love how Spirit aligns all that. Look at that. I'm saying things I don't even realize I'm saying things, but of going for it, feeling confident, and making sure that you're also taking care of yourself first, right? Maybe doing things differently, a different approach to manifestation and supporting yourself on your journey. Okay, so there's that one. This, if you chose number 2, oh, here's number 2. If you chose number 2, it's the Sun, and it's Insta-famous. Seeing the bright side. This is another solar plexus card, right? The Sun, solar plexus energy, Insta-famous. So seeing the bright side, feeling really optimistic, and seeing the wisdom and the treasures within every experience. The Sun is such a great card. So your theme is making lemonade out of lemons, making lemon out of lemonade, making lemonade out of lemons, excuse me. So it's having more depth in understanding your experiences and celebrating as well. I'm hearing the phrase, your peers will celebrate you. So that's a cool card. So yes, the Sun, Insta-famous. How fun are these, right? And then if you chose number 3, this is your theme. It's for 2023. It's the 7 of Swords. It's thoughts being shady, stepping outside of the comfort zone. So the 7 of Swords is that card where, see the guy kind of sneaking off. So you will be able to call things out a lot more quickly. And it's another 7, by the way. So seeing things, calling out early, being able to discern that, oh, that's something that maybe I need to work on, right? Maybe calling yourself and holding yourself more accountable for that, right? And so the 7 of Swords is also the mind thoughts, the element of understanding and contemplation. So seeing when you're maybe not being aligned with purpose, or maybe seeing other situations that are, I'm seeing this completely differently, and I don't need to go down that pathway because it's not for my highest and best good. Being shady, that maybe that person and or situation is not being authentic, and there's some hidden stuff underneath the surface. All right, so I'm just going to check a couple more of the comments, and I see someone says I'm going to rewatch. I joined, but these are all resonating. Awesome. So glad these cards are resonating for all of you. Alrighty, so we're just about ready to wrap it up for my last live for 2022. Thank you all so much for joining in and making it more interesting and fun to stare at a screen and have conversations with people on chat. Thank you all so much. I wish all of you the best year ever. I wish for all of you to experience joy and happiness and fulfillment fulfillment and laughter and excellent health, and to not worry about your bills and your finances, and to not worry about your inner circle, and to be able to trust and to have faith and to be supported and to know you're supported in all realms. Thank you all so much. Happy New Year, friends. Thank you, and so many blessings. Bye-bye, everybody. I'm just checking the comments, and the cards resonate. I'm so glad to see that, Christina. Thank you, everybody. Aw. Go out, prosper, be merry, and happy. Thank you. Bye, everybody. Thank you, everybody. Bye, friends.